Silicon Valley Independent Living Center is a San Jose, California-based nonprofit organization which serves people with all types of disabilities in Santa Clara County with support tools and resources needed to live independently. Silicon Valley Independent Living Center advocates for policies that ensure equal access and opportunities for people with disabilities. Run by and for people with disabilities as one of 28 independent living centers across the state of California. They are committed to the principles in self-advocacy, personal empowerment, and independent living. Recently On the Move participated in the Disability Pride Parade and Festival of 2013 in Mountain View, California. And On the Move Donna Yeager met with Todd Teixeira and Deborah Sue Stevens to discuss this year's inspirational activities. Here's our host, Donna Yeager.
Hi, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move, and I'd like to welcome our special guest, Todd Teixeira. Welcome, Todd.
Thanks, Donna. Hi.
Hi. And Deborah Sue Stevens. Welcome, Deborah.
Thank you so much.
Now, Todd, what is your official title at the Adult Independence and Development, Silicon Valley Independent Living Center? Wow. That's a blast from the past.
Well, that's what we used to be many years ago. So I am the director of programs there. So I oversee all of we have 7 programs that we currently have.
And tell us officially what the title is of the center.
It's a Silicon Valley Independent Living Center.
Thank you. Since I ruined it there, sorry. That's the first for me, sorry. Okay, and Deborah, what is your official title?
My title is the Director of Development and Communications, so I'm in charge of all fundraising, events, grants, website, internal, external communication.
Oh, fantastic.
Whatever else needs to be done.
Yeah, I know that you both wear a lot of hats, though. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
It's a lot of, big job for both of you guys.
We're a fairly small nonprofit, so each of us has to wear many different hats. Not just us, but whatever's needed. Someone needs to step up to get it done.
Right, exactly.
A lot of teamwork.
Or roll up, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on the situation.
That's why our parade was rock and roll.
All right. And speaking of the parade, it was awesome. Really wonderful. This is, how many years has it been going on?
This year was the 4th year.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And our 2nd year in Mountain View.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Yep.
'cause, one that I first attended was over by, let's see, what was that? It was, what were the streets?
Yeah, by First Street.
Right.
Yeah, we started at Catholic Charities and marched on down to our office on North First Street.
Right.
And we had the festival right there in the parking lot. We just transformed it into a festival. So
yeah, wow, that was amazing. But I really like Mountain View, and I like the location that you guys have now. And it seems because of the convenience of the train also.
Absolutely.
The light rail, yeah.
It's a little easier to get to public transportation-wise. And also the path going straight down Castro Street, there's a lot more foot traffic with people that are visiting. And walking down North First Street on a Saturday, there isn't a lot of people. So in Mountain View, you get people that are there possibly watching the parade, but also people that are there eating in the restaurants or shopping in the shops, and they stop and what's this coming down the street?
Exactly. And even if you're inside the restaurants, I don't think that many people could ignore us. We were like,
absolutely.
We're disabled and we're proud.
Very loud.
we can be loud. But it's a celebration. Celebrations should be loud.
Exactly, right. Well, tell us actually what your mission statement is.
Well, SVILC is a cross-disability, intergenerational, multicultural disability justice organization that creates fully inclusive communities that values the dignity, freedom, and worth of every human being.
Awesome. Wow. That's easy for you to say.
Not so easy on certain days.
You did great. And the route, like I said, the route started over by the train station on Castro.
And what is the
Mountain
name?
View.
There's a name for that.
Centennial Plaza.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool. It's right by Central Expressway, right?
Exactly.
Kind of parallel. The train tracks are parallel.
Yep, and
with
light rail,
Central.
that's where light rail
Uh-huh.
turns around. And
Is that Evelyn?
Evelyn,
I think,
yeah.
Right. Okay. So and then so we went up the up Castro towards El Camino.
Right. We made a right on Mercy
Yeah.
Street.
Mercy.
Mercy. and then we end up in Pioneer Park.
Oh, cool. It was so much fun. Wonderful. So the parade kind of meandered through the buildings and into the park, and it was so much fun with all the sponsors and the vendors, and it was phenomenal.
It was a great day too.
Oh,
The weather
perfect.
was perfect, and
Yeah.
the year before it was a little hot, but this past July it was awesome. It was just a great
it was
day.
a cool breeze. It was very comfortable. I think people were happier too with the cooler
Yes.
temperature.
yeah.
It was just easier all the way around.
Well, you know, I don't think they planned that when the ADA went into effect 23 years ago. They didn't think about we'd be celebrating so hard
Yeah,
in July.
Exactly.
So,
That could have passed
Yeah.
in December.
exactly.
Well, we didn't want rain
Right.
for the parade, so anyway, we're very, very lucky to have such beautiful weather here in the Bay Area. So,
Yeah.
and who is actually eligible to go and be in the parade?
Well, the parade is open. It's a community event. It's a community awareness event,
Right.
and what we try to do is to invite, of course, the disabled community, but everyone that has been touched by disabilities, and everyone knows someone who has a disability, or their parents, or
Right.
and the disability doesn't have to be significant. So we're just hoping that every year that it can get bigger and bigger, and more people come together in the community
Right.
to really show our inclusiveness, because inclusive means everybody.
Exactly.
So
Right.
so it's open to everyone.
Right, and the actual registration, though, of right before the parade started, you just basically want to get an idea of how many people are in attendance and where they're coming from, right?
Exactly.
Some people were coming from Berkeley and Fremont and
We had
San
people
Francisco.
from Nevada. We had people from Southern California.
Wow!
People really came the distance to come to the event, and it was the only disability pride event in California.
Wow.
So they happen across the United States. The first one started in Chicago
Yeah.
over a decade ago.
I think they have one in Philadelphia.
One in New Jersey.
And we all try to do them on the same day. So across the country, there's different disability pride parades happening.
Oh, cool. That's great. But the only one in California, huh?
Yes.
Wow. That's surprising. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, a lot of the other independent living centers throughout California get involved.
Okay.
And, we have a lot in the Bay Area. So
Yeah.
they bring groups. Sometimes they get buses and they'll bring a busload of people down to participate in the parade.
Right, yeah. And they'll wear matching shirts so you know that
right.
they're
right.
from a particular
Either our
independent.
purple disabled and proud shirts
The
or
purple. Purple's my favorite color. Yeah, I know. I buy one every year because I love the color.
Right. Well, we were fortunate to have some really good sponsors this year. We had Anthem Blue Cross, who's partnering with us. As everybody knows, with the Affordable Care Act and the things
Yeah.
changing with
Yeah.
the healthcare systems,
Yeah.
we've got a grant from the SCAN Foundation that's actually helping us to partner with organizations, healthcare organizations,
Yeah.
so that we can make this all happen,
Oh,
and that we can provide the community-based services that the medical model doesn't provide, and without that, it's difficult to live independently.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
So we're gonna.
And well, speaking of the T-shirts, I mean, they were so beautiful. And this is a little-known fact, but the woman who designed helped you to print the shirts last year was one of our first crew members of On the Move.
Oh, that's great.
Randy Samuels. She is a wonderful lady,
Yeah,
and
big
she
frog.
has she has a store right there in Mountain View. How convenient. So, but it was such a. I didn't know that she was
Okay.
participating and helping out with the shirt. So, I saw her booth. I was like, "Oh, Randy, oh, wonderful seeing you here." You know. It was fantastic.
It was part of our way of engaging Mountain View when we came up here. We were approaching, we encouraged people to go to the restaurants.
Yeah.
El Camino Hospital was a sponsor. Google was a sponsor.
Right. Google was fun.
They had
they had those pillows they were throwing.
Right,
at
the
everybody.
And they had that car that drives
the
by
Google car
itself.
was in the parade as well.
But they wouldn't let
right.
Todd drive
yeah,
it.
no driving,
Aw,
only Google
man.
employees.
Yeah. Well, what we're really hoping in the future that we could maybe work with some of these high-tech companies like Google and actually do some kind of production to where we were showing little pieces of the parades
Right.
across the United States and
Wow.
maybe around the world. They even have them in other places outside the United States.
Oh, how cool. Oh, that would be
So-
wonderful.
It's only 2 more years till the 25th anniversary of the ADA.
Wow.
So
25 years. That's amazing. Well, actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about when I was like 13, 14 years old, I met Ed Roberts and Judy Heumann, and I lived in D.C., Virginia, at the time.
Right.
And they were literally, trying to encourage people to, or they were trying to get government assistance to start the independent living centers in the area. And Ed was wonderful, and Judy both were just phenomenal and very supportive of, be an advocate and, be as independent as you can. And so, I mean, really, it was words of wisdom and words to live by. So.
Absolutely, and they were very instrumental in starting
yeah.
the independent living movement.
Exactly,
Back in the,
That's right.
well, and the very first center was in Berkeley.
Right,
And
right.
that's where Ed Roberts was going to school in Berkeley.
Right,
And
right. UC
he actually
Berkeley.
opened the door for quadriplegics to
right.
be able to get a higher education.
Right.
So, I mean, he was doing so many things that were positive.
Yeah. Living in the dorms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, tell us a little bit about, Deborah Sue, the programs there at Silicon Valley Independent Living Center.
Well, that's kind of Todd's
okay.
baby.
Well, we have all independent living
Right.
centers provide 4 core services.
Okay.
So information and referral. So if
Okay.
we don't provide it, we're going to refer you to another organization that does.
Okay.
Advocacy is something that sets us apart. So not only systems change advocacy, but self-advocacy for individuals.
Great.
Then we do independent living skills, which is basically training in any activity of daily living, from getting up to dressing to bathing to eating, assisting somebody in developing the skills to be more independent in those areas.
Yeah, great.
And then also the 4th core service is peer support. So providing support to people with disabilities from people with disabilities.
Wow, right.
And then in California, we're required to provide 3 additional services. Housing services, so helping people navigate the accessible, affordable housing market in Santa Clara County, which is a very treacherous sea to navigate through. And then personal care attendant services for those that utilize a personal care attendant to assist them. And then also assistive technology services, so utilizing a variety of AT. And then also our signature program right now that we're really working on is our community transition program, where we're working to for those individuals that are unnecessarily institutionalized in nursing facilities or other long-term care facilities, we're working to transition them back into the community.
Right, right. That's wonderful. And
That's
actually, you guys are able to spread the word by doing a lot of outreach, going to health fairs in the area and talking about the Silicon Valley Independent Living Center. And,
Yes.
And it's important, it really is, to get you guys out there and in front of the public, and it's so important to let people
Well, you'd be
know.
surprised. I mean, Silicon Valley Independent Living Center was started in 1976, and we still, at outreach events that we attend today, you'd be surprised how many people have never heard of Silicon Valley Independent Living Center. And we've been, it's kind of like the, best kept secret of Santa Clara County. But that's why it's important to be in the community,
Right,
because
right.
it's important to reach out to everyone that might benefit from the services that we offer.
Well, we definitely appreciate you helping us to reach out, because another way that we reach out is also through other nonprofits, because a lot of other nonprofits are serving people with disabilities.
Right,
We're the only organization that serves all people with all different kinds of disabilities at all ages. But you've got all these organizations that touch the people that we do, and so if we educate them, then they know to do referral to us for some of the services that they might not provide.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's important, really. My gosh. And also, when I saw you at the expo, the Abilities Expo.
Abilities Expo,
talk,
that's another thing that that just recently came back to San Jose.
Right.
And this is, I think, the second or third year
Yeah.
it's
at
been
least the
back.
second, yeah.
And that's a great place, because it just brings together a lot of organizations and that provide different services to folks with disabilities. And again, it's very cross disability.
Right.
There's all disabilities are represented, and there's a lot of things from educational to recreational to services.
To entertainment.
Entertainment, it's-
The Push Girls were there.
yes.
Well, they're on TV.
Well, we had them at our parade last year.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, I know. Which one? She was, I remember seeing
Well,
her.
actually, it was Angel.
Angel,
was,
okay, right.
was like the headliner, but we
right.
had Chelsea Hill
Oh, yeah, she lives in
and
like
her father,
Monterey, doesn't she?
Monterey.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have the Walk and Roll Foundation.
Right.
And so when they saw the parade, Disability Pride Parade, and our motto was "Come walk and roll with us." They were like, "We've got to be there." So ended up there were quite a few people from the Push Girl.
Yeah, good. Group, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, and you guys had a table at the Abilities Expo,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
so there were quite a few people who participated. Would you call them vendors, I guess?
Yeah.
Yes.
In a way, you guys
Yeah.
are vendors, so.
Yeah,
So
at
we
the-
had at our parade, we had close to 40 vendors.
Yeah, it was more
45,
than 40.
45?
Yeah, about
Wow.
45.
It was great, yeah, because it had like arms, tentacles of, different little aisleways and rows in the back part of the park even where there were little, what do you call those little awnings?
Yeah, the canopies.
Yeah, exact canopies.
And
Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to say that the Office of Supervisor Dave Cortese
Oh, yeah.
co-sponsored the event with us. And in
Oh,
fact,
good.
he's done that for the last 3 years.
Oh,
I'm not
great.
sure about the first year, but that was before I worked there. But he donates the use of all of the county's tables, canopies, chairs.
Wow.
So
Well, that's a big job in itself, my goodness.
and it saves us so much money.
Yeah.
And actually, people from the county came and
Wow.
helped to deliver it and.
And set it up.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's a huge job
Oh,
in
yeah.
itself, setting up
Right.
40 canopies and tables and chairs and lugging them from where the trucks have to park out into the park itself. And
Oh, my
and one of the things we did differently this year
Mm-hmm.
is last year we had a very structured program where we
Right.
had entertainment, we had
Yeah.
dignitaries speak at certain times.
We had a big
where-
stage,
Big stage.
accessible stage, of course.
So this year we didn't have a stage at all. Correct? No,
Yeah.
no stage.
Yeah.
No stage.
And we had an open mic format where we had some dignitaries come up and
Right.
speak. We had the mayor of Mountain View
Great.
and Senator Jim Bell and Dave Cortese came up and spoke. But then-
Assembly Paul Fong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and then we had an opportunity for anyone that wanted to sign up to come up and perform. They could sing a song, they could
Right.
dance, they could do some spoken word, they could read a poem, and that kept it so people that wanted to watch could watch, but it really allowed more traffic to get by to the
Right.
vendors. And the vendors said that really helped to get more people to visit their
good.
tables and find out about the services they offered.
Great.
And it
Yeah.
also does a cross mix of all the nonprofits and businesses that were there, so
Right.
they get to know each other. So
Right.
again, that referral thing.
Well, I call it networking because
absolutely.
it's the one, like the Abilities Expo and the parade. Those are only the 2 times out of the year that you're really able to see your friends that you knew 20, 30 years
Right,
ago, and
right.
and at the same time learn about new programs and new activities going on in the area, and it's really important. It's wonderful to see friends and old
Right.
friends and meet new friends, and it's just a wonderful day.
People are starting their families, and you used to know them as kids.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It is very
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, the parade, you guys do a beautiful job with bringing everyone together and making it a comfortable and safe atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Where you can bring your kids along and they can have fun. Wasn't there face painting? I saw face
Oh
painting.
yeah. And we had there was a group from Mountain View Kids Space. And
good.
they actually provided a kids space, so kids
Wow, cool.
and adults who like to be kids could go over and do like
Man, I should
arts
have
and
been over
crafts
there.
and coloring and
Why wasn't I there?
yeah,
So we try to make it fully inclusive, so everyone can participate, everyone can
Yeah.
enjoy
That's
themselves.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. Well, okay, now I'm hoping, Todd, if you could give us a little more detail about, the different programs that are available that some of the, people might be interested in finding out about.
Well, I think if anyone is interested, the number one thing to do is to contact us. Anybody who lives in Santa Clara County is eligible for our services, and the only other requirement is that you self-identify as a person with a disability.
Right.
And the number one thing that we can do
Right.
is, if you're interested in exploring what some of your goals might be, if you
right.
have any barriers or goals that you think your disability might be a barrier to you completing, come meet with one of our staff. We'll sit down, we'll talk with you, we'll discuss what your goals are, see if the services that we offer can help you achieve those goals. We'll develop a plan,
Right.
we'll implement that plan,
Yeah.
and we'll be able to get you on your way to achieving your goals.
Okay.
And that could be to learn how to speak up for yourself in situations.
Right.
If you needed to just increase your socialization and be part of one of our weekly peer support groups
Right.
that meets at our center. If you needed information about what else might be available in your local community.
Right. And what phone number would they call to contact you guys?
Our phone number is 408-894-9041.
Okay. Okay, great. Cool. And is there like a TDD number or
We have a TTY
TTY?
number.
Okay. Oh, we can put that on the screen.
408-894-9012.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. And we'll put it on the screen.
And our website is www.svilc, Silicon Valley Independent Living Center.org.
All right.
And there's a place on there where you can apply for services. It's really, really short, and we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Or you could do a contact us and just say, I think my mom might be able to, what do I do?
yeah.
I have this situation. So.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Or just call us.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice alternative that they have. So
Yeah.
It's not just on the phone, but they can do it through the
Yeah.
computer too. That's great. Wow. Wonderful.
And that's a new feature on our
Yeah.
website. So
Well, that's
not
neat.
everyone that we serve has internet access, but for those that do, some people like to
Right.
to use it for that purpose.
And there's a lot of good information on there. It's really brief and concise about the independent living philosophy and
yeah.
our mission, vision, values, and
Right. Yeah.
so it's pretty inspiring.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. And you said that something, I don't know how many years it's been going on, but you said there's a Thanksgiving thing that you're going to try to make an annual event, right?
Our People's Thanksgiving, this will be the 3rd annual People's Thanksgiving. And the fact is that some people are not able to go to their families' homes because they're inaccessible. And one of the things that I'm thinking of doing is putting in a ramp.
Yeah.
Because now I have friends who can't get to my house, and that's frustrating for me. So it's something that people look at for affordable, accessible housing, and My husband had a disability, and I was just moving towards that.
Right.
You know, I want to complete that.
Right.
But the People's Thanksgiving is a place where they can all come together.
Right.
They can celebrate Thanksgiving in how whatever fashion that they like to do that.
Sense of community
With their friends
Yeah,
and families, they can bring like their loved ones and it doesn't cost anything, and we can fit 100 people.
Wow.
So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so they should just contact you guys to find out more information.
Yep, it's every year.
Right.
It's about a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving.
Right. Okay,
So,
that's wonderful.
Yeah. And we have donors that jump in and sponsor that. So if somebody wants to sponsor it, let us know that too.
Or even you probably need volunteers too.
Yep.
To help
Yes,
out.
to serve. And,
Right,
yes.
exactly.
Although our consumers, the people that are in our programs, they love to do that.
Oh,
because
great.
it just gives them that
Yeah.
satisfaction that they're giving something back. Everybody wants to give something back. So
We wouldn't have a show without our wonderful volunteers through the years.
absolutely.
We've been doing the show for 28 years now, and our volunteers are phenomenal. So we're so thankful for everyone.
Exactly.
And same with you guys. I know that a lot of
Yeah.
the programs might not be as as well done because of all the volunteers and all the hard work.
Right.
Wow.
And you don't
Right.
see the hard work that the volunteers put in a lot of the times.
Right. Well, some
It's
of
all
them
the
are behind the scenes.
work, right?
Right.
Okay, so Todd, tell us the phone number one more time.
408-894-9041 and TTY 408-894-9012.
Right on. All right. And the website one more time.
www.svilc.org.
All right, cool. Well, Deborah Sue, I want to thank you so very much.
It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you invited me.
Thank you. Thanks. And Todd, thank you.
Well, thank you. It's
You're a
nice to be
trooper.
back and
And
enjoyed
keep
myself.
Keep
yes.
us up to date on what's happening with the next one, okay? Next
Will
year.
do.
Well, next year it's on July 26th. It's on
Okay.
a Saturday.
Good to know.
2014.
Very good. And thank you so very much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move. Have a wonderful day.
Awesome.
Thank you.
If you see us in your businesses or see us on TV, don't be surprised, cause you'll see us there again.
And again.
Cause we're showing our abilities and building self-esteem. We're going places that we've never been.
Hey, we're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. So let's pick up our dreams and take them on the move.